Welcome traders to the Prop Shield channel. So in today's video, it is another market analysis and trade recap for April 24th, 2026. So this is what the market looks like after the fact. So the beginning of our trade session is right here, 901, that signal. So we'll take a look. This is how it looked at the time. So you had your initial balance high, resistance 1, and so I'm just targeting the upper part of this choppy range. So not necessarily trying to go for the full amount, um, or this is actually on the second trade, but it was pretty much the same for the first trade. So that one went against us. Um, that one, let's see, I think that one was actually a really bad fill on that one. We did get pretty much, it jumped 2 bars, so 10 points real quick. So we took like the max loss on that one. And let's see, so the next one, really the same trade, just showing it progressing on there. And so we're just still in the choppy range, but we're in between the previous day high, current day high. So that's why I'm willing to play it both ways currently. And then we did target, we hit our target up here before it went to the initial balance high. And it did actually touch that initial balance. So good thing we already took our profits, and so now we're going the other way. We're playing it both ways. So on this one, it moved enough bars to get us to break even, plus 4 ticks. And then it did come back and hit our break even on this bar. And we got it going the other way. And so then I had a pretty aggressive target of near the current day high. So it's pretty open range once it broke above this. And so we've secured a break even on this. Three. Let's see, yeah, that was one, and it came down and it did hit our break even. And then we got in on this continuation trade. And so I had moved the target a lot closer. If you see to the very left of the chart, there was this really choppy range early morning below the current day high. So that's what I was going for on that one. Plus, it was if this bar closes that 40 ticks right there. And so this is when it's about to close, and it did. So it filled on touch. It actually didn't close, but it still filled my target because I have set in my trade manager to just fill on touch. And the candle did end up closing. And so with that, we have like the one max loss, a win right here, break even, and another win right here. And so this is the range when it was sitting around like so 300. So it just chopped around a lot in that range. Went up to over 360. So that was my original target. but then I got more conservative with it, dropped to 60 points on that one. Pretty much every trade that was going on today was fighting you. Every single candle, it was fighting you. None of it was easy. And so this is, what it looks like after the fact, after the full trading day. So we closed on this one like 10:03 candle and could have taken another one. Well, this is just after the session, but it did go well above, that 360. So, but you actually wouldn't have gotten it because this candle kicked back on you. So the trail would have knocked you out potentially around, 311. But if it went up 120 ticks, so 30 points from that. So, yeah. So 313, 314 around there is where we would have gotten knocked out. That's just like 40 more ticks than we actually got. So, but you'd have had to hold on to it a lot longer. So that's so another half hour for that. And you know, so it did melt up, continue past the current day high. So that's what I was looking is the previous day high and the current day high was right here. So I was willing to play it both ways. Current day low. And so, yeah, it never made its way back to the current day low, previous day low. So we were plus $660 in a simulation account. So just trying to play it both ways. And all the bars, they were, 70, what did it say earlier? 64 and 70. So it was like a nice wide range on that one. So if we look at from 830, so around in here, initial balance. And then, yeah, it made its low before 9 o'clock. So here to here, 267, so over 130 points from that to that in that half hour. So that's what gave it a nice, good wide range. And it revisited that. Came back here, and it never came back down. So what I'm looking at right here is it's making the low, pulls up. That one fails us, takes us out, but it doesn't pull down. Doesn't it comes close to the previous day low or previous day high. Pulls up further, back up to the initial balance. Doesn't come as low. Luckily, we got break even. And so that's why I had, a little more confidence of taking this one so far. So it didn't work out, knocked us out of the break even. But then we got another opportunity right here. And just more conservative with that. But you can just see a lot of these, they're just fighting you. A lot of these wicks all over the place. All these, that. There's the trade recap. So if you traded today, go ahead and share in the comments what your market analysis was, and or if you think that you would have traded this a little bit differently. Feel free to hop in the Discord, share your trading thoughts, ideas, and keep up to date on Prop Shield. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.